What if you came back home after 16 years, only to realize your home no longer recognized you? This is the third part of our Mahabharata series, where ancient decisions still echo in our lives today. If you haven't seen the previous parts, go check them out. Because now, Devavrata is about to face the kingdom he walked away from. The gates of Hastinapur opened with the sound of 100 trumpets. But Devavrata walked in alone. No army, no celebration, no expectation. Just him and the memories of a palace he once called home. Inside the royal court, King Shantanu rose from his throne. His face, older now, his back, bent not from age, but from regret. He hadn't seen his son in 16 years, and now that son stood before him, not as a warrior, but as a seeker. Devavrata bowed not out of tradition, but out of respect. Then, softly, he said, "I've not come to demand anything, Father. I've come to understand everything." And with that, he asked for just one thing, to see the people, not from the palace balcony, but from the streets of Hastinapura. He stepped outside the marble walls and walked into the heartbeat of the kingdom. The marketplaces, the lanes, the places no prince had walked in generations. There he saw a different Hastinapura, not the polished halls of power, but the dust-covered truth of the people. Old men sitting without work, mothers sharing half a roti between 3 children, and a blind flute seller who still smiled while begging for copper coins. The news of his return spread like wind through dry leaves. Whispers filled the narrow lanes. Devavrata is back. Is he still bound by his vow? Has he come to reclaim the throne? But no trumpet was blown, no garland was laid. Only eyes, wide with wonder, and hearts, heavy with questions. In the inner courts, ministers stood still. The same men who once taught him how to hold a sword now lowered their eyes before the man who had let go of it. He walked not like a prince, but like a pilgrim, carrying the weight of silence deeper than any armor. The servants who once served him as a child now hesitated, not out of fear, but out of guilt. Guilt that he, of all men, had given up everything, so that others could sit on a throne that was once his by birthright. And yet, he judged no one. Hastinapura had changed, but it was not the city that broke him. It was the emptiness in its soul. Streets he once ran through as a boy were now cracked and tired. The palace walls, once glowing with laughter, now echoed with quiet ambition. And in that silence, Devavrata found his answer. Duty had not failed him. It had simply never asked him what he wanted. In that moment, the people didn't see a prince. They didn't even see Bhishma. They saw a man who had once walked away from everything, and yet returned with nothing but peace in his eyes. A peace born not from victory, but from understanding. Some wounds don't bleed. They just stay and become history. He left as a prince, but returned as the mirror they had long avoided.